Jujutsu Kaisen Chapter 265 recently came out, and the main focus was setting up the upcoming battle between Ryomen Sukuna and Yuji Tadori. However, the latest Ryomen is going to play a major role in the fight. The most recent chapter saw the two characters interacting in memories molded by Yuji's domain, and now there is a theory that suggests he is going to use it again and die in the process. This theory explains that it is unlikely that Jujutsu Kaisen is going to end with the main character using his domain expansion only once, which set up a scenario where he could push to its limits and burn out when using it one more time. That makes sense when considering that Yuji doesn't have a lot of experience executing his domain and is up against Sukuna, powerhouse in his own right. The focus of chapter 265 was on the conversation between Yuji Tadori and Ryomen Sukuna in the former domain, and now it seems they are heading into a final battle. While that is all well, there is a new theory that suggests Yuji is going to use his domain expansion once again, and this is going to mean his death. It makes sense when considering that this is the first time he has used a domain in the story, and is unlikely that the protagonist is only going to exist only one occasion. Considering Yuji's lack of experience with his domain, there is a chance he is going to run out of energy at some point, especially against an opponent of Sukuna's caliber. As things stand, it is unclear what power Yuji is utilizing. However, the ability seems to be somewhat different from a usual domain, because Yuji was able to manifest whole scenarios inside of his domain, from the train station to streets to park and even shrines. Yuji was able to take Sukuna everywhere. The vast majority of the chapter was focused on Yuji showing Sukuna around and according to him. The idea behind this was to make sure that the King of Curses get to see the normal lives of people and the experience they have. Sukuna believed that the worth of a human is decided by the role they play, and most importantly, how they die. To Yuji, however, these things do not matter. Although Yuji once believed these things to be true, he has now come to the realization that they are not needed to define the worth of a person. Even the most mundane things that a person does in a life is a good enough reason to live for and define their lives, to make for a life worth living, and that is the conclusion that Yuji has come to. Fans got to see the vast majority of the chapter through the eyes of Yuji and his perspective change in real time. This was a phenomenal part of the story. However, in terms of Sukuna, character growth, fans did not get to see anything new because they already knew that nothing Yuji is going to affect him in any way. This sets up a perfect moment for both of their domains to clash. Similar to what happened in Sukuna's fight with Satoru Gojo, and Yuji could very well die in the process, taking the fauna with him. It is also worth pointing out that the author GEGE AKUTAMI is yet to explain the complete nature of Yuji's domain expansion, and that is another factor to take into account in this situation. There is a good chance that upcoming Jujutsu Kaisen chapter is going to focus heavily on setting up the battle between Yuji and Sukuna. Chapter 265 shows the King of Curses in the form he had when taking over the protagonist's body, so there is also a chance of showing his current condition and abilities at his disposal. Yuji also stated in the latest chapter that now he has to kill Sukuna, which implies that he has planned to do so. This is going to be a major factor to consider when taking into account that he has aimed to save Megumi FUSHIGURO and time again, so it is going to be interesting to see how he managed to do and kill his uncle in the process. Although Yuji tried to get Sukuna to see things his way, he clearly failed at that. Sukuna did not feel anything despite understanding everything that Yuji had to say. His thoughts are unchanged, as is his way of life. Sukuna still wants to do what he wants to do, and in many ways he was disappointed that all the rage that Yuji had for him had amounted to this. However, he eventually connected the dots and realized that Yuji was actually pitying him. Upon this realization, he clearly asked him why that was the case, and Yuji started to get back into his battle mode. He threatened Sukuna and told him to get go of Megumi and return to his body. This was absolutely unbelievable threat from Yuji, especially one given to the King of Curses. Essentially, Yuji is implying that he has the tools required to kill the King of Curses, and the tool is of course his domain. If he doesn't comply, then he is going to unleash all his powers on him and defeat him for good. Of course, upon hearing this, Sukuna would not stay quiet. The King of Curses took this personally and looked absolutely visceral. He threatened Yuji back and told him that he would make him eat his words. Not only that, but he would decapitate him and then kill every single person who he holds there in front of him. Sukuna is not going to take things easy and treat Yuji Itadori lightly, and the battle now looks to be set in JJK. There is a chance that Yuji is going to burn out during this fight with Sukuna in the Jujutsu Kaisen manga and end up using his domain expansion as a final way to defeat the King of Curses. However, this is mere fan speculation at this time. I hope you all guys like this video, and please do subscribe to my channel for more JJK and other anime updates. Thank you.